Hello everyone, welcome to Beast Cocina. Today I'm going to be talking more about how to walk if you have a surgery boot, that actually how hard it is. I mean, for me, I found it a little bit hard to do because every time I put my foot down, it hurt. Also, I had to start slowly and very slowly, and I actually want to show you. I'm just limping right now, but I already started walking. And the first step that you need to start to really get you bearing and walking. Well, I'm going to show you some steps here. So basically, what I did the first day was, you're not gonna see what I did the first step was basically hold on to each of these, or both of this. You hold on in this stream and then hold on the next one. And then you're going to put like pressure on your foot. I'm gonna give you an example of it. So basically you're gonna hold on here and hold on here. And then you're going to try to walk. And I'm gonna just put this down so you can see it better. How does that work? So basically you are holding both string and trying to put pressure on it and put pressure on it, and then you're gonna go try to do a walk at a time. And you're gonna hold yourself with the center aisle. And they're going to be your support system for the meantime. So we have this aisle and we have this aisle that is going to give you the support that you need to hold on. It's hard. It's not gonna be easy. Your first steps are gonna hurt very much. At least that's what I experienced with my surgery. So just giving you that. And I had a heel spur and plantar fascia surgery. So that's like 2 steps. They even did a couple other stuff that was done. But I wanted to give you the experience because what happens is that some people, I'm not telling you the real truth, you're gonna feel like you can, at least from my experience, you feel like nervous about putting your foot down for the first time. That's going to be a little bit of a task for you. So just keep that in mind. And for me, the way that I'm walking is more like limping right now. Obviously, it's the process of getting to feel comfortable walking again. The doctor tell you, oh, you can start walking, but it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work the way that you just start walking and just go. It's not the way it is. It's very complicated and it's more tasks. You're gonna have to train your foot to walk again. And I'm gonna put it down so you can see how I'm doing this right now. Because it's a process. So you do like this. This is how I'm walking right now. And the boot doesn't make it easy for you to walk because it's like a 30 or 90 degree angle. So it's like you're higher in range. So that's going to be a problem. Also, I'm going to continue documenting my process of learning how to walk again. Also, you have to pay attention to what you're doing. So here we go. This is how hard sometimes can be. Putting the pressure down, for me, I feel more like a stretch on the back because that's where my heel was, where I have the biggest scar. It's like a scar like this big. So it's pretty big and it's slowly but surely getting better. It's going to be a little bit of a task to walk. My doctor told me I can start walking, but he didn't give me any instruction on what to walk. That's why I'm making this video, because if I had issues walking, I'm pretty sure that a lot of people out there that have my similar surgery, which is a heel plantar fascia one, how do you go back to walking? Some people make it seem simple, like, oh, you just start walking. No, it's not that easy. you're not gonna feel very comfortable putting your foot down because you're gonna feel like a stretch to it. And that stretch is gonna feel like more awkward. Of course, your body is going to start reacting, your foot start inflamed, and it gets a little bit more inflamed as you walk more. But just keep in mind also that you have to keep going. Although your mind is telling you not to do it because you don't want to be in pain, the pain is going to be your friend, and you have to continue doing that, because if you don't, then it's going to be an issue. But let's just try to see where am I coming from. I'll show you a little bit of more practice of how to walk. It is hard, don't get me wrong. Recovering from surgery is not easy. And on top of that, who tell you otherwise? The doctors say 4 to 5 weeks. 4 to 5 weeks could be a month or two, depending on the person. They can tell you a timeline, but that doesn't mean that that's your timeline. It could be someone else's timeline. So your timeline might be different from someone else's. So just wanted to give you the realistic view of it, and that you guys need to be aware that when you do go into surgery, that you're not blindsided. I didn't feel like I was blindsided, but I did feel like the doctor didn't actually tell me everything that was expected. He wanted me to walk after being off my foot for a whole month. The realistic part is not gonna happen. You're not gonna feel comfortable walking and just pick up and run. And then on top of that, the boot. Let's talk about this boot here. This boot is very uncomfortable to walk because you have the heel being constricted. Also, you have, it's like much higher than your shoe, so you have to accommodate to it. What I'm doing right now is basically I'm doing the walking with the boot first and then continue on, because the boot is not stable enough, it's curved. And I'll show you what curve I'm talking about, because the curve on the bottom, so you can see, and it's very thick here. That thickness is almost like an imbalance, at least for mine. So that actually does help to give you a stability, help support your foot, and giving you that stability you need to start taking your first walk without causing too much damage through the surgery. So it's basically, I'm not saying that you're learning to walk again, but you're learning to actually try to take a step at a time. And not everyone is going to be walking at the same time that I'm walking. Everyone is different. I'm just telling you my experience and how you have to take it a day at a time. And your foot will be inflamed when you try to do this area. I wouldn't say rush through anything. The doctors say, oh, take 10 minutes today, 20 minutes the next day. You take it at your own pace. If you don't feel like you want to do 10 minutes, do 5 minutes. If you feel that the next day you feel more comfortable, you can do 20 minutes. So I did like 20 minutes in 20 minutes for 2 days, maybe 10, 15 minutes, like 3 times a day. In that support system in the kitchen where you have the aisles help you support yourself. Of course, if your doctor says you have to wear your boot, wear the boot, because the boot is supposed to protect your foot until you're ready to taking the first step. I have my next appointment is going to be on the 21st. I mean the 20th, and that one is going to determine if I'm going to be walking again with normal shoes like this ones. But I can tell you from the process, the doctors make it seem like so easily, too easy. And the reality is that it doesn't work that way. It works very hard. You have to be patient. You can rush yourself. And sometimes you might feel like I don't even know how to describe it, but it's more like you're not in control of anything. And sometimes that could be a big, but what keeps me going is just thinking positive sign. I am going to get through this. I am going to walk again, and I'm going to be able to do it normally. And of course, the doctor tell you that you're able to walk, but then you have a big scarf on the back. You have scabs in there still trying to build. You're always afraid that anything that you might do might cause friction or pain or whatever, I'm here to tell you, you're gonna cause pain regardless. My scar is this big. It looks horrible. I don't like the look of it, but I'm putting vitamin E in the morning and the nighttime just to try to heal the process faster. And it's not an easy process, and probably maybe after everything I will show you all the scars and everything, but right now I'm not ready to show anything because they look pretty bad and I wouldn't show it to anyone. But I just want to let you know, guys, know that the plantar fascia and heel spur and those surgeries, the doctors might make it seem like it's easy, but it's not. And walking is going to be a process. You're going to feel like a baby trying to walk all over again and trying to put pressure on that foot and trying to feel support and feel confident that you're doing the right thing and that you're walking properly. So I'm gonna try to show you again a little bit of how the walking is going so far. And hopefully maybe I will join if I do have like other videos. I don't know if this is going to be the video that's going to be it for me, but hopefully I get to show it to you guys because I'm not even sure. I'm just recording for the recording process, but here you go. I'm going to put it down and I'm going to try to walk again. First, this is what I do. Try to secure yourself center. Make sure that you find your center when you're walking. That is a plus right there. Your center is the key, and then you keep on going and you keep on putting pressure and you start walking. And you walk as much as you can. I think what's going to happen with time, your pain, because your brain is playing tricks on you, that's going to be very painful the first time that you put your foot down and things like that. So you have to tell your brain, you're fine. You can do it. You can walk. You can start putting that step down. Although your brain is telling you no, your feet is telling you, yes, let's go. So you're ready. It's just a matter of telling your brain that you're ready to do the next step. So I know that some people feel like a little awkward, and I hope that this video feels help those people that feel a little bit out of place when they just had surgery. They feel afraid, because you do feel afraid, and that's perfectly normal, especially because you're being in so much pain. I know after the surgery, it was a lot of painful for me. So who tell you that it's not painful? They lie. It's very painful. And as time progressed, the pain starts subsiding a little bit. Right now, I just have scabs. They took my stitches off. I have basically a 4-week healing process, but it's not completely healed in 4 weeks. Like I said, the doctors might give you a timeline, but that's not your timeline. It's the one that they expect that's gonna happen, but it doesn't happen that way. It takes time, and it takes practice, and it takes a lot of work and effort to try to put effort into walking again. So here we go again. Remember, find your center. Start walking as normal as you can, because this boot is actually controlling a lot of your motion. So you're gonna walk as easy as you can. And if you feel that you overstarted yourself, I suggest you stop and continue. If it hurts, and if you feel that it hurts too much, just give yourself time and give yourself time. Give yourself time to heal, because they're not telling you the whole story. And I still have my scooter that I actually ride around to when I feel that I'm tired already walking, because it's not gonna be that easy. Anyway, I'll try to see if I can put more attachment of this video, letting you know what the process is of the plantar fascia, and it's called plantar fasciitis. I don't even know if I pronounced it correctly, but that's how when you tender in the middle of your foot becomes inflamed, and just horrible. And then you hear spurs when bone is poking out, and basically you get that distorted, where they had to go in there and file it down. I don't even know what they do, but they do something with the surgery, and they tell you 4 to 5 weeks or 4 to 6 weeks. I'm here to tell you that is not a correct timeline. Just take your time, and when you're ready to walk back, I would say take time to learn how to walk back, because it's going to be not an easy task. It's going to be a challenging one. So I'm getting there, but I'm still work in progress. So see you next time, Biscasina. Goodbye. If no one tells you, just special just the way you are. Goodbye.